I have a worthy project. I have it. Where did I get it? I got it from my roommate, Trevor Millar. I got my mission from Trevor Millar a bazillion years ago. He would get into the red wine and he'd pour me a glass and then he would lecture me. Because I was around and I don't know, I was interested in what he had to say in those days. He would lecture from his soul. And he chastised me. For those of you out there that when I have chastised you, I was chastised first by Mr. Millar, who was well, when I was 30, he was about 19. So he's about 11 years younger than me. And he chastised me when I was 34, I guess, when he was giving me lectures from his soul, S-O-U-L, because he was giving the big picture of what our life mission is. Our mission to planet Earth, this lifetime. He said, well, he chastised me about a lot of things. He said I read way too many newspapers. And he bought me the book, The Power of Now, by Eckhart Tolle. And wherever he was getting inspired it from, inner silence, he kept saying, you need inner silence, Bob. And I would get internally angry. Not enraged, but I would say my ego in those days felt like, I don't know, puffed up, yes, I would say so. When I was 34, I had a puffed up ego. Well, I'm not a very egoic person. I'm not, I never was. But compared to today, I was a very easygoing person, very quiet person when I was younger. Did I have? Yes, I had times when I got drunk, yes. But I was, the last person to get in a fight would be me. Drunk or sober. Yeah. Anyways, that was a million years ago, and the idea that somehow somebody who read as many newspapers as me somehow didn't, it was like, I don't know, defective. He never said defective, but I'm going to go back and relabel it. Me, at age 34, defective, yes. Fully trained, yes, with a master's degree in business administration, me. But still defective. Because of why? Well, our civilization is sick. And the best you can do is the best you can do when you don't think, or you don't assume, or you never even consider that your worldwide civilization is sick. But it is. It has been throughout human history. So my mission from Trevor Millar is to bring you all home. His exact words were, we are going to bring everyone home this time. Yes. He's implying from a soul level, S-O-U-L, a soul level, he is implying that we have had human lifetimes in past lives where we maybe didn't get on mission, or we got on mission but we didn't get everyone home. Where is home? Heaven. So what is my mission now? Well, it's been kind of renamed over the years. But modern day, it's heaven on earth. Bringing heaven to earth where we live. Making this place a heavenly, celestial realm. Beautifying the neighborhood. Eliminating poverty. So, Trevor Millar gets the credit for why I chastised myself just now. Because it was true. I was very much closed-minded, even though I was reading all the newspapers and things that were available. It was just that without knowing that there's lots of other information out there that's not being covered by mainstream news. If you don't know what you don't know, but you have an investment, and I did, a master's degree, an investment in your existing mind, and then someone who comes along and kind of tells you, even though you spent all this time and effort, that you're really missing the boat when it comes to inner silence, Mr. Bob. Yeah, Mr. Bob's ego was upset. Quite often, I think it's healthy, very healthy for one's own ego when one is driven by ego. To admit that the ego makes mistakes, which makes you look like you made the mistakes. And it's wonderful when Eckhart Tolle's book comes along and tells you that actually, when you make a mistake and you kind of say, I made that mistake, you're a monkey mind, a brain fart. I really wanted to go for, beer with the boys at the baseball game rather than, going back to General Motors and making another car. I just said I was sick. It was a beautiful day and it was a long winter in Oshawa. Don't fire me because it was a mental health day. I would have broken something at work. I needed that day off. Seriously, I did. You don't want me breaking things at work. You're going to have to say, all right, you call in sick and just say it's mental health. And because I'm going to be thrilled to the baseball game. And if it happens every day, then I don't know, we might need to, hire a new replacement. I don't know. All those cars are made by robots these days. So why are they $70,000 for a nice truck? Why don't they just give it to you? Because that's the gift economy, and that is my mission, to replace capitalism that concentrates all the wealth in the 1% and keeps people like me homeless and truckless. We have got so much abundance. We've got so much capacity to manufacture shit. Why do we put people in hock? People like me who were doing mandatory jobs looking after old people in old folks' homes, and trying to make ends meet on $19 Canadian before tax. Impossible situation, an impossible economy for workers that are absolutely mandatory in everyone's community. A huge disparity of wealth. The gift economy is just flipping it all around. Is like, we can make all this stuff and we can gift it to one another. We can do it. We can do the gift economy. It fixes so many problems. And we're not lazy people on planet Earth. We're not all going to fuck the dog every day. When there's things that need to be done, we've got a family and we've got young ones. We got friends, and, we pitch in. And we can automate so many things, and so many things can just go. Like all the cash registers at Walmart can go. So you don't have to have people spending, 8 hours a day standing there doing a mindless job on their feet, getting a sore back. It's stupid. It's a stupid waste of human life to make humans stand as cashiers. It's stupid. It hurts people. They get sore backs, and it hurts me that they didn't have a beautiful day at the library or making their own film. Making their own music. Following their bliss. Because our society and our civilization worldwide does not encourage us to follow our bliss. And with heaven on earth, that's what it's all about. Synchronistic learning. We learned all this 25 years ago with the Celestine Prophecy books and the Celestine Prophecy movie. We need to move on here on earth. We are stuck in a rut. This shitty political economy of phony baloney 1% pretending to have a left wing and a right wing and a political structure when it's all fake. So we're just going to have to change it all and be love-based, heart-based, and don't deny people things because they were born into a poor family or they fell onto economic hard times because they weren't as ruthless as that other crocodile salesperson was who stole your sale. So you didn't get the commission, so your kid didn't get the new bike for their birthday or whatever it's just stupid. If you're going to go and reorganize society in our generation now, this year, let's address it and say, whatever you're going to say. But if you're going to say no, that means you're kicking it down to the next generation. Me bringing heaven on earth. That's my mission. It's a good mission. It's better for everyone. Don't give me your philosophies why it can't work. Make it work. Is it impossible or I'm possible? You all know the self-help things. You all know. We want to create it. We can create it. We're creative beings. And if you are somehow feeling like, I've chewed you out, I chastised you, I chastised myself going back to when I was 34. And, don't get in my way about my mission, bringing heaven to earth. Don't get in my way. Get on board. Get on board. Stop eating meat today, for Christ's sake, you stupid fucker. Stop eating meat and stop drinking booze. And then we can talk about my mission and what the fuck's going to happen to you if you don't get on board my mission. Don't stand in my way, Antichrist. Don't be an Antichrist, because my mission is the mission of Jesus Christ. Don't get in my way. Don't get in my way. Don't play king rat. If you're a 1%er in your community, are you playing king rat? It's a movie and a book. It's about people who live in a very limited world, a controlled world, where they are the 1%. As creative beings, we are not limited to the existing pie on planet Earth. We live in a quantum field. We are not limited by anything but our controlled, brainwashed beliefs. Because this is spiritual truth, the perennial philosophy of humanity's best saints and sages, and quantum physicists, and dreamers, and people who are sick of the same boring Groundhog Day. Me. Don't get in my way, because I'm going to call you the Antichrist. Because at higher levels of consciousness, everything is doable. At low levels of consciousness, you're a low vibe tribe. You're a parasite and a predator. You're the Antichrist. You live at the bottom end of the scale of human consciousness, where predator animals live. Well, if you want to have some booze, like if Auntie Helen comes over and you want to offer her a rum and coke, okay. But don't get Auntie Helen too drunk, especially every night. Because Auntie Helen, the one that I knew, got drunk every day, probably starting, I don't know, let's go at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and she probably went to 10:30, drinking hard liquor when she was 72 years old, every day. Would she have drank that much if she, I don't know, her circumstances were different? I don't know. I think Auntie Helen drank too much booze. But who am I to say? Maybe she really does need to have, I don't know, 4 doubles a day to get good and sloshed so that she can pass out in her bed and then do it again tomorrow. Because that's what old age is, every day. Looking forward to your 4 o'clock pick-me-up drink. We can do better. I know, but you go on vacation, and even if you book 2 weeks in the Caribbean, and many of us have done that, 2 weeks in the Caribbean, and you go down there, and maybe you hit, the free food. If it's me, no. The free booze, yes. In those days, when I would be, I don't know, 25. I don't know, 44. But, I don't know. It's just that, if you go to these places, all you can drink. And those days I did every day. But, me, I don't know, hangovers, I don't know, somebody getting very sick, yes. Too much boozing. I know, but when you're, 19, you can. really hit the bottle. And you get hungover, yeah. But then you can do it again and again, yeah. But when, is it really progress in your human life that, this substance that was so interesting when it was forbidden to you, when you were maybe 12 years old and some of your friends were having secret parties when their parents were out and they got somehow booze. Those things did happen. And, it was giving to break the monotony of, the same old. Anyways, but, if that's all you ever experienced, I don't know. There should be more to your peak experiences than you getting sloshed like you did when you were, I don't know, 15. When you puked your guts out when you were whatever age. There's more to life than booze? Yes. Is booze necessary in one's life? I think so. I do think people, yeah. It's just that right now, the need for us to experience more boozing or a new generation of alcoholics to begin so that they can become like Oliver Reed of the Three Musketeers. Not right now. We don't need another generation of alcoholics. We don't. So the pirating days, you can put it in the future where we have holodecks, like Star Trek The Next Generation, and you can drink synthetic alcohol. And maybe they'll let you get buzzed with oxygen or something. Does it sound like not as much? I can help you out. I don't know. The last couple of times that I puked, I gotta tell you, it came on very suddenly. I didn't think I drank that much. I didn't compared to what I would have drank, decades ago. It didn't seem like, but it was more than enough for his big spew. And, I don't feel like I can't handle. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do dry. No dry heaves. No, I'm done. But I'm an old guy. No, but it's harvest time. It's not the right time. I mean, sorry, you should have been here 57 years ago when I was born if you wanted to have those alcoholic years. But that was the end of the age of Pisces. And now we're we're 50 years into the age of Aquarius. So the Piscean toxic masculinity, that's old hat, that's got to go. So that's part of my mission, is to remind people that we, in our generation, need a mission, and the mission has got to be us moving our civilization forward. And no more passing it off to politicians who never deliver. Or pass it off to corporations who always hijack it. And we never get what we want. Never. How do we get it? We're doing it a new way. We're not doing it any old way that we did it in the past in previous generations. And we're not going to convert everybody over by proselytizing. Repent, repent. I made a repent video because you do need to repent. You just do. I'm sorry. It's a human thing. It goes way back to the Middle Ages, 1500s, 1200s, 1100. Repent of your sinful ways. Why? Because it's progress. You becoming less of a snake and more like a I don't know. In the 1970s, a lot of kids had these happy face buttons with a sharp pin on the back, and they would put these buttons on their pack sacks. And these really did mean be happy. They were related to the hippie generation. Yes, they were. And what happened to the hippie generation? Well, that was 1969. 69's the summer of love. 67, I don't know. I was 2 or 3, 4 years old. What do I remember of those times? The music. I loved the radio. I loved the music. The music. What the Man Says by Paul McCartney and Wings. I don't know what year that was. 72 or 73. That song. That was a magical song. It was. That would play in the car radio. And it was like the most beautiful music. And here I am in my life, and I don't know, I'm 8 years old or something, and that song is playing, and it just, like, there's magic in that song, and it takes this mundane old house where I live, and it makes it like, I do know there's more to it when you've got the music that goes along. So, if I was going to report to Trevor Millar on this life project of bringing everybody home, this time, in this lifetime, the answer is every day on Prime Disclosure, a YouTube channel, the YouTube News for Lightworkers. Yes. What's a lightworker? People who are on the same project as Trevor Millar and I. Bringing heaven to earth. Bringing you all home. Where is home? Heaven. Where isn't home? Planet Earth today. Planet Earth today is a dystopian nightmare. It is harsh realm for so many of us. So, there's no better time to get on board the Trevor Millar Project. Bringing everyone home this time. When are we going to do it? We're doing it right now. With or without you, we're doing it. Prime Disclosure on YouTube. Multiple news reports every day. Lots of other places, zillions of other places on YouTube and other places talking about this project of fifth dimensional Earth. If you don't think that we can't manifest it, then you haven't listened to Abraham Hicks and the power of manifestation. Or you haven't listened to Wayne Dyer, who talked about the power of intention. You never read Trevor Millar's favorite book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. Wallace Wattles told us that our reality is very plastic. More plastic than we can ever imagine because it seems so solid. But Wallace Wattles said no, in the realm of thought. Reality around us is plastic, and we can impress. You know, if I push on here, I'm making an impression against my chest. Impress what we want onto reality, and reality will give us what we want. Rich. Why am I not rich? Because Wallace Wattles was, 1875. We've come a long way, baby. And I don't want to be rich with money like they did in those days. I'm sick of carrying a wallet. I'm sick of going through the stupid checkout, whether it's waiting for a human to punch me in or me to talk to a stupid robot, and having the clerk come over 10 times to go and show me how stupid I am that I can't make the goddamn AI thing work. Or sometimes it works. Abraham Hicks has been teaching us about manifesting what we want, which we are told by, not me, I'm not, but other spiritual teachers who are into fifth dimensional living. I don't talk about manifestation and impressing, the reality with what I want. Do I? I don't know. The universe knows. Sometimes it seems like it's very slow at helping me out. You know, but why can't I do it the old-fashioned way? Been there, done that. I'm not pleased with the results. I'm not pleased with having to fight it out in the I'm just not a dog-eat-dog person. I mean, I did what I did, but, it's just really not, it doesn't make my heart sing. It makes me want to barf. So I got to do things that don't make me barf. And the things that I keep cherishing make some people exceptionally angry at me, because they think that I'm about taking their stuff away. I'm not. I'm about us manifesting everything that everyone needs. In the meantime, however, we learned from COVID that a lot of people like to hoard, HOARD. The toilet paper incident. So you people do have mental problems. Hoarding food, toilet paper, land, houses, everything that you can buy, you put a price tag on. You put profitability as the number one reason why you're alive throughout the generations, the profitability of the corporations, the profitability of the monarch, the profitability of our household, money, 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 money. And anybody's going to say, but in the real world is a money economy. But we have to keep reminding it that we've had lots and lots of time for people to give us their stories about Abraham Hicks and manifesting things. And manifesting 5D Earth is my project. So I'm not interested in intermediary steps about me first becoming a millionaire or a 5 millionaire or something before moving on to the big project. Because there's so many greedy motherfuckers that say that before we can have heaven on earth, I gotta be rich. Me. And then I can give nice presents to people and give them advice about how they can get rich. And then I can go on Shark Tank and, pursue fame and, Well, go fuck off, Kevin O'Leary. Go fuck off. GFO, go fuck off, you old bastard. Why don't you buy some Rogaine or something? I don't know. I mean, really, you do belong. You should be playing with Fleetwood Mac. There should be an extra guitar with Fleetwood Mac because he's so good at music. That's where his talent. I know he's good at all this other stuff, but that's snaky. His higher self, his soul, plays music. Kevin O'Leary, you need to quit Dragon's Den and I don't know, start your own band. Go on the road. Buy a bus. Set it up a nice bus. And make sure that you hit the new Crocs and Rolls in Thunder Bay. I don't know, it might be called Envy these days, but everyone talks about Crocs and Rolls as being the place for traveling bands to play. Because it's the only place you gotta stop somewhere. In that huge expanse in northwestern Ontario on your way between Vancouver and Halifax. So anyway, the idea of me manifesting a mansion, a house, the hot boyfriend, I don't know, Atlantis cruises, the gay mafia, me starring in Supernatural as a new Jared Padalecki because everything in my world is becoming more and more supernatural. And it was the first gig that I did when I joined the movie industry. I was an extra for that TV show, Supernatural. The very first thing I did in the movie industry was Supernatural. And supernatural things, I don't know, synchronicities happen every day, yes. But things that I would call, exceptionally beyond synchronicity, like supernatural things, do they happen every day? No. But I see signs every day of fifth dimensional Earth, yes. Where do you see them? I don't know. My eye is guided to messages. Is it schizophrenia? In the eyes of my mother, yes. But my mother doesn't watch the tarot card readers on YouTube, for example. She is stuck watching, old-fashioned styled scripted TV from, no different than this. Actually, the stuff in the 1980s was a lot better. But, So we do have lots of signs of fifth dimensional Earth coming. Yes, we do. Why doesn't it all come at once? I don't know. So I'm convinced you're going to ask me that I'm all in. When did I go all in? Trevor Millar. Trevor Miller reflected my soul back to me. He gave me messages from my soul to my ego personality. So, what part did he? Well, he was a mirror for me. So, is our soul the same soul or are they related souls? I don't know. So, how are we doing on the 5D Earth and bringing everyone home? My report to Trevor Miller is that's my report. Are we going to bring everyone home? That is the daily debate. The daily debate is everyone going to come home, or are there some people who are going to continue to fight us as the Antichrist and never come home? I have so many people that I've been chastising because you act like the Antichrist and you don't want heaven on earth, even though you insane, stupid, lazy people. It's totally doable and it's better for everybody. And for the next 7 generations, you can either be in the 3D earth with the capitalist nightmare getting worse and worse and worse and worse as more and more technology means less and less need for you and more making it impossible for you to have family life on planet Earth. Transhumanism. The next 7 generations are not good unless you make change now. And, I don't want to be coming back for 7 more of these lifetimes of me fighting and fighting and fighting against the Antichrist to make, this dream of heaven on earth happen. But anyways, it's not up to me because, internally letting go of control is the path. Letting go of control is the path out of ego and into soul. It's also the path where other people's egos, whether you're trying to let go of control of your body, for example, and other people's egos with the technology decide to hijack you. Maybe they were going to hijack you whether you let go of your ego or not. These days, no, I'm targeted because of my spiritual work. Yes, letting go of ego. That's the only reason I can see the difference between me and anybody else. So, we're known. A year ago, when I was at the psych ward, I was given to sing that old hymn, Dare to Be a Daniel. It was a year ago when I was in the psych ward, locked up. Because I dare to be a Daniel and I dare to stand alone. That's the hymn. You can go listen to it. It doesn't go quite like that, but I sang it properly last year. Am I crazy? No. I'm sane on a planet full of insane people. And I used to be a muddled muggle. When I was 34 years of age, Trevor Millar was looking at me and he didn't know those words in those days. But modern day, if I said I was a muggle and I was muddled, I think he would agree. And now, am I a wizard? No. Am I going to be a wizard? I can't say, but I think so. Well, when you manifest things, it is kind of wizardry. If you listen to Abraham Hicks, they don't put Harry Potter spelling, do they? Abraham Hicks. You can find them on YouTube, and their books are available in most usual places where you get books. I'm going to leave you with Abraham Hicks as your homework, because in 5D Earth, I think you do manifest things. That's what all the 5D teachers say. So, is 5D Earth coming? I don't want to tell you again and again, but I was given my mission through Trevor Millar from our collective soul. That's so, I don't know the band, that's where it comes from. Our collective soul. Our soul has given us the mission, heaven on earth, now. Raise your consciousness today. Cut back on your booze a lot. Stop eating meat. And then we'll talk tomorrow.